Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm gonna just be doing a quick video update on both Bitcoin and Ethereum and kind of what I'm looking at for a next potential trade. So we'll start off on Bitcoin. So on Bitcoin, we did continue dropping from yesterday. We took this big dump from here. We are close to these two intercepting lines right over here. So, we are getting a small bounce from that. However, it's not really looking the best on the 4 hour. We did just cross over into this red on the money flow. On the daily, we are printing this red dot on mine. I have these, these crosses, but on the standard market cipher, it'll show a red dot. We are printing that now as well. And the money flow is just kind of really like streamlined. It's just really flat. It's not really showing anything. Um, but yeah, so the different time frames, the 6 hour, that's kind of looking the best from them right now. The lower time frames, we're really deep in the red here as well. So uh I don't know. I didn't get into a trade from this area. I mean, me personally, I'm gonna wait for a little bit lower of a level. This area right over here around that 80,800 area, that's that value area low of this area, as well as we have some resting liquidity from, give me 1 second. So I think it's here. Yeah, so we have this resting liquidity right over here. So, it would make sense that we can come down and really hit that. This would also be a really strong point of just different confluences. If we can kind of range around in this area for a bit, and then when we do drop, if we can hit right over here in this area where we have these two intercepting lines. We have this yellow one and this blue one, as well as this value area low of that, this whole chunk of price action, as well as this liquidity. And then as you can see right here is also that 0.618 area of the standard fib pole. So we would have almost 5 different confluences in this area. So that would definitely be a nice position to take from here. But if for some reason, we really just start dumping, it is the weekend, so price can be manipulated. So I don't really like trading too much on the weekends, but so we just got to see what happens. But if we just break through this level, the next small area of support would be right over here around that 79 area. But the main one would be maybe over here, where this liquidity is resting. Maybe we, come around here and then maybe grab this, all this liquidity, and then move back up to the upside. So you just really got to see what market cipher is going to be showing when we do come to these specific areas, because right now the different time frames are a bit conflicting. So it's really just best to wait till they actually come to those levels, and then you're gonna have to be looking at those lower time frames to really kind of get into something. But like I was saying, we can potentially start getting a move from this upside. Now we are close to these important levels, so maybe we move up and then come lower down and then grab those the second time. So yeah, so that's what I'm looking at for Bitcoin. And then on Ethereum, 1 second. Cool. So on Ethereum, so I was in a long trade that I got into right over here on this wick over here. So we did come up a bit, but then I ended up getting stopped out over here. So I did take about a five or $600 loss. That's that. But I'm looking to re-enter into that trade if we do come more down to either the first area I'm going to be looking at is when we do come for this liquidity in this area. If we can, come past it, grab it a bit, and then finish back above this level, I would get into a trade. But, I would probably wait more for this more important level over here in that like $1,600 area. But I mean, again, gonna just be seeing what market cipher is showing when we do get in this area. In terms of what market cipher is kind of showing, kind of the similar thing as Bitcoin. On that 4 hour, we are starting to come into that red, but as you can see, a lot of times, well, I mean, not a lot, but this last time, it didn't go too deep into it, so potentially we might just kind of be going like this and then come back in and really break this, structure, which would be really good just for the upside. So that's kind of what I'm looking at, and then as well as on, let me see which time frame that was. Yeah, so uh, give me 1 second. Maybe that was Bitcoin. Hmm. Never mind. But let me wait for this to load. Yeah, I'm on Starlink right now, so it's the internet kind of like goes in and out sometimes, so it does the stall. Give it 1 second. Here we go. Yeah, so but yeah, what I was saying, just like on the different time frames, like say if we're gonna be going to the daily, it does show. It does look like we have more room for downside, but with that said, as well is if we do, start coming down from here and then hitting this area, that would give us a divergence on that daily chart, which would be looking really good. We haven't had a divergence for a while, so if we do come down here, we would be printing a divergence like this, and that would look really, really good for Ethereum. So, that would probably really give us that push to be able to break out of these, levels we need to get pass in order to start moving back up to the upside. So, yeah, so that's just kind of what I'm looking at. If you guys have any questions or anything, feel free to let me know in the comments. And then also, if you guys have any altcoin, questions, if you guys want me to go over any of those, also let me know, and happy to do so. And yeah, have a good rest of your day.